Hello. I am back with another update. And hopefully, when I'm done with updates, I can do more things that you're interested in seeing. And from what I know, those are vlogs. A lot of you like vlogs, and quite a few of you like sit down videos. And we're coming in to that season that I love. Everyone knows that I love the holiday season. I love getting ready for Thanksgiving. I love the holidays. I love doing a few things. As a matter of fact, next week I'm going on vacation. And so I might actually vlog throughout my vacation. That's a good idea. I just thought of it. Thought my vacation. Anyway, if you want to see more real-time updates from me, follow me on Instagram at patientlywoven1. I will have it linked in the description box. I'm old, y'all. I have no clue how to make reels or TikToks, but I'm hoping that by the end of the year, specifically because I need to learn it for business, that I can be up there doing some entertaining things. But anyway, the big question, what happened with school? Did I continue to go to school? Did I continue to study sonography? Did I get into my sonography program? All the things. That's what I'm going to answer today. So number one, big question, did I stay in school? Yes, I stayed in school. If you don't know my backstory, I'll tell you real quick in a hot second. Decided right about the middle of the pandemic that I was going to go back to school and I was going to have a career change and a career shift, and that I wanted to study sonography, which all of you guys know as ultrasound, diagnostic medical ultrasound, more specifically, because there are different versions. And when you do that, you can do different things. You can specialize in different things. It's not just, ultrasound and babies and things, but it's also hearts and vessels and lungs and testicles and all sorts of things, depending on what you get into. I did stay in school. I have consistently gone to school with no breaks and no semesters off since last summer. And I did decide to stay with my sonography program. I was doing all of the prerequisites in order to apply for my sonography program. And one of the things that I explained was that it's super competitive. It's super competitive and it's super limited in that in my particular state, there were only 3 sonography schools that were accredited to do the program that I'm interested in. And so 2 of them were diagnostic medical sonography, which means specializing in a few various parts, like a little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit there, a little bit here, can do babies, can do this, can do that. And then also cardiovascular sonography. So I have something called tachycardia, which I'm actually not sure I mentioned that here. I might have, but again, I've been on Instagram a lot, so I might have mentioned it on Instagram. But it is a heart thing, and it's just a thing where I have a more elevated heart at all times, and it makes it a bit difficult to do a lot of things, and we can talk about that later. If you're interested in what tachycardia is, I will look up an article and find it and put it down there. So it's one of the reasons why I was gun-ho and hopefully getting into a program that had a cardiovascular sonography specialty. In my area, 2 of the schools out of the 3 have DMS, which is more general. One of them had cardiovascular sonography, and one recently got accredited to do cardiovascular sonography, but you have to have, there's just a lot more to do in terms of it that I can explain later. Anyway, drum roll, please. It was stressful. And it's like, where do I even begin? This was the year that I was supposed to apply to all of my sonography programs. All of the programs accepted applications no later than May 15th. It only comes around once a year. If you miss it this year, then you have to wait till next year. But May 15th is a deadline for all things. Put my applications in at the various schools that I wanted to go to. One of the schools, the one that I was the most interested in terms of cardiovascular sonography, they had their all their requirements on their website, which I have been looking over for the last year because this is what I had been wanting to do. And one of the things that they had was that there needed to be a test taken, but you can get your application in by May 15th as long as you take the test by June 15th, and you have 2 tries to do that. That particular test is called the AT-ITs test, and it is the same test that nursing students take when they are trying to get into a program. So It's a pretty hefty standardized test with the reading section, a science section, a math section, and an English language arts section. I found out when I submitted my application, which I did at the beginning of May, the admissions officer called me and said, so we got the things that you needed. We got all of your credits. Here's a breakdown on what we can transfer and what we can't. And also, by the way, the ATITs test, you need to have that done before the deadline. So here I was panicking because I had no intentions on doing the ATIs test within a week. I literally had 1 week and I had to get it done by the 13th because they didn't take the test after that time on the weekends. So I'm like, I can't believe this. Because my plan was, as you guys know, I've also been going to school full time and working full time. I wasn't going to be out of school until just that week before when I put my applications in for the program. So I thought, okay, I'm gonna give myself a good 6 weeks to really bog down and to really study. The main thing that I wanted to study and give more time to was the anatomy and physiology section because I felt pretty good about my English language arts and the reading section. Great. I wanted to brush up on the math, but I knew that it wasn't going to be like pre-cal like calculus. I wasn't too worried, but I wanted more time to study for the bio portion because that was one of the heftier parts of the test, and everybody says that it's just really difficult. So she tells me I have a week, and I am like, oh no, what am I gonna do? Because if I want to at least have a chance or a shot at getting into this program, I have to have the full application in. However, I don't want to spend $150 to take an exam and then not get the best score that I can get on it to make me competitive for this program. Because for the programs that I was applying to, and I've said this before, about 100 applicants apply, and each school accepts between 8 to 14 of those students. So it's very low, just 10% or under. And so for the other two schools, they were having a class size of 14. For this particular school that was telling me I needed to take the test next week, that what I saw on the website was not correct because that was only for nursing students. They were only accepting eight out of the only over 100 applicants that applied. And so I hemmed and I hawed, and I hemmed and I hawed, and I hemmed and I hawed, and I was not happy. I was not happy because when you have a plan and the plan don't work out, you're not happy. Ultimately, I decided I'm just going to eat this. I'm going to take the test. I'm going to pay the money. I'm going to take the test for the next, I had 8 days. For the next 8 days, I'm going to divide up my time and I'm going to study everything that I possibly can in order to get at least a decent grade on this test to put me in at least a fighting chance of getting in, because I didn't want to wait another year, pass up the chance, and not potentially get into a program that I enjoyed. So I did it. And luckily for me, guys, I got a really good grade on it. There are different tiers. I mean, I can't remember what the names of the tiers were, but I'm going to do a separate video on the ATITs exam for those people that were interested in a nursing program or another medical program and was thinking about taking it. I do not suggest that you only have a week and a day to study because there's no reason why you can't have a really high advanced score if you really dedicate your time over a month. In any case, took the test, passed the test, got the stuff in that Saturday, just before the deadline on that Sunday. And then the waiting game began between all the schools. Just waiting. Try not to be stressed and just waiting. And lo and behold, last month, and wait, are we in July? We're in July. June. Towards the end of June, I found out that I indeed got chosen for my program. So, did all the hard work, stressed myself out, went to school straight with no vacations in between from summer semester all the way to the following summer semester, studied my ass off. And I feel proud and well-deserved, but I am 1 in 8. I got into the program that I wanted to at the school that I wanted to for cardiovascular sonography, and I am the 1 in 8 that they chose. And so that is super exciting. I will probably put in a screenshot of the email. So they call and they talk to you about it, and then they send you an email. And in the email, they give you more of the details and the checklists and things like that. And so because I don't want to make these videos long, I will make a separate video talking about the process of getting into sonography school, what that very long checklist is, what the different things are you have to do before even getting into the school. But yes, so as of August 15th, I will be a cardiovascular sonography student, also called adult echocardiography. And it's exciting. It's really exciting. Like, I'm gonna have my own little scrubs and things that I wear. I'm trying to think of another word outside of exciting, but I don't know what other word to give you right now. It's so exciting. And let me tell you, this journey has been hard, but it was so worth it. Anyway, just wanted to give you that update, just tell you real quick what happened with it. I kept up with it. I did it in the meantime, in between time. I didn't get a chance to make all the videos that I wanted, but I still have the knowledge. I still know what happened during that time. I still have suggestions and tips. So I will leave those in a video at a later time. But until next time, I'll talk to you soon.